This week we'll be hunting in southern Idaho on a large private ranch owned by my good friend Curtis Furney of 4U Ranch Realty. This is my favorite hunt of the year. Although it's my favorite, it's never the easiest. We have to put on a ton of miles, and of course everybody knows it's the fall and the weather can be anything that time of the year.
We're about to get wet.
This year, like every year, we've showed up for the last few days of deer season and the opener of elk season here in Idaho. I would really like to kill a deer, but that's not priority. If we do, it's a bonus. So yeah, killing a deer would be nice, but the real goal on this trip is to kill a good elk. Just like any hunt where you put in all that work, all that time, all that effort, you're going to see results in the end. Wouldn't you know it, just my luck. You know, we show up, weather's great, we go to bed that night hoping for a nice deer hunt the next day, and rain, rain, and rain. It just rained for the last 3 days of the deer season, and you know, that's just how it goes. We had to go out, put our time in.
I don't know how long we're gonna be able to wait out this weather. We're about to get dumped on pretty good, so we're gonna stick it out as long as we can and see what we can get glassed up.
You know, it was the last afternoon of the last day of deer season, and we were out, you know, bouncing around, and sure enough, we finally spotted a buck that had gotten up to chase a doe or something, and it was a nice 4x4, and last day, last afternoon, I decided to take that buck. Woo! All right. Well, that happened fast for sure. We rolled up on this hill. As you can see, it's been raining for 2 days. We're soaking wet, but we finally found a buck, good buck. Right there, 480 yards, shoot to 470. Thanks again, Curtis.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
We've put up with a ton of rain, haven't we?
yeah. We've got the whole crew up here. We've got Curtis, we've got Jesse, Curtis's son, and we've got Tyler up here, and we're all kind of helping out, trying to get some deer killed last day, so we're not going to complain, right?
Yeah. Another buck? They're going to be out today. A bug was a little peggy-leggy. He would act like somebody was in rut down there.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave, did he?
Nope.
Didn't want to leave
No.
them does. Well, we're going to pack everything up, get the camera covered back up so it doesn't die on us, and then I think we can get right down to him. So
Good shot. Good
woo!
shot.
All right. Look at that, Curtis. Nice.
Good shot.
Good last day buck. Did it again here in Idaho with Curtis. Thanks again, man.
One shot.
Yeah, one shot. Yeah, this rain, you'd think they'd all be bedded up, but they're actually out feeding and moving. Probably trying to get to lower country out of this high country up here.
Yeah, but
when the fog clears, it's going to be solid white up there.
Yeah.
It's going to make for a good day tomorrow.
Yeah, gonna make for some good elk hunting. Huh?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
going to be awesome.
Well, let me get my knife and we'll come back and we'll get her taken care of, and then let's go hunting again.
Cool.
So we've got a great bunch of guys in camp, and you know, Tyler's one of the guys in camp. We've known him for quite a few years. If you notice his rifle when you're watching this, you'll notice that he sent it in for a scope mount. We mounted up a scope, shot some data for him, you know, got it all tuned up and ready to go for this hunt. You know, he was shooting back up for Curtis on this buck. You know, Curtis sailed one slightly over the top, and Tyler was right there and just put the smack down on that buck. Really cool buck, big 2x2. You know, like I said, we were trying to fill our tags last afternoon, and Tyler did a great job at taking that buck at that distance.
Hit him?
Yeah, I went right over his back. I turned it
Is
up.
he down, Jeremy?
No, he's to the right there. Just a minute.
I thought it was going to be right over him, but
Yeah, he's to the right. I think he went down in the sagebrush there. He went into that big clump, and I haven't seen him come out. 800 yards. we just barely finished shooting my deer. We came up on this first hill. This is the first little valley we were glassing, and right away Tyler picked up a buck coming up that ridge there. So we got down 800 yards, ran one of those 250 grain Sierra Match Kings through him out of a 338 Lapua. So he ran to the right just a little bit, and I haven't seen him. He ran in this big clump, and I haven't seen him come out. So I'm sure he's right there. Good shooting, man. Yeah. 2 deer down in half an hour. Can't beat that. We got him. Look at that shot. 800 yards right in the shoulder. Gotta love those 250 grain Sierra Match Kings out of a Lapua though. Didn't go far. That's what we like. He actually happens to be one of the biggest 2-points we've seen so far. All right, we're gonna get this one taken care of, get it up to the buggy, and then we've got some more deer to kill. And it looks like today's gonna be the day to do it. So
today is the day. The last day.
the last
You
day.
might even have.
Yep. Well, we were down to that last afternoon, and I had a buck, and Tyler had a buck, and we just needed to get Curtis a buck, you know, plain and simple. And we were all kind of down in the dumps. You know, the weather had been bad, but we were seeing deer. You know, we were seeing a few deer, and we had one last spot to check out. And believe it or not, guys, it was the same spot that I'd shot my deer the previous year, the nice buck that I'd shot with Garrett and Craig. And we got over there. It was our last little spot of the day, and we noticed some movement over on that far hill. And we put a spot and scope on it, and I just can't believe it. That probably one of the bigger bucks I've seen, you know, live in my life, over there chasing a doe on that far hillside. And it was game time then. It was a mad scramble to get Curtis all set up. Boy, wait until you see this buck. You hear the report come back? He ain't gonna carry that one, Curtis. You got him.
You got him.
Oh yeah. He's a monster, man. That's a big buck.
Cool.
Woo! He's got an inline on the one side. He's wide. He's heavy.
That's it.
Woo! Oh,
908,
nice
man.
spot. 908. Woo! That was awesome. I can't believe it. We've been hard to find bigger than a 2-point the last 3-4 days of hunting. Last day, rains for 2 days straight. This area in Idaho where we're hunting is not predominantly known for giant bucks. They kill some good ones every year, you know, just like the one I'd killed the year before, you know, a mid-70s, just really great, you know, looking deer. And boy, when we got up on Curtis's buck, we were just all like staring at each other. We didn't know what to say. Holy cow. Big old bruiser.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
This little inline.
Easy to put on your back.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Well, 900 yards. Was it 900? Yeah, 900. 908. We shot him from, you can see, back on the hill behind us there. And man, what a good end to that hunt.
What you shooting, Curtis?
Shooting Gunwerks 300 RUM. My favorite caliber. Favorite gun company. Good guys to be with. Some of the best company I've ever had. Hope they continue.
I'm gonna be back next year, I can tell you that. After this, we seem to kill a big buck or two every year.
Yeah.
And I just didn't hold out long enough is all.
Well, we weren't sure weather-wise if we were going to be able to film, so
That's true.
later the day got, the better it looked. The more deer showed up. And thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having us. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have my son here with me, Jesse.
I'll put the camera, Jesse.
Yeah. I should have let him shoot, but I got greedy.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
I've earned it.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we'd had such a great deer hunt, you know, the next day after the last day of the deer season, elk season started. We got up early, you know, saddled up the horses, took them up the hill, and you know, Curtis's son Jesse had joined us on the hunt. He comes up every year and hangs out with us. You know, great guy to be around. And he had drawn the short straw, so to speak, and he got to shoot first that morning. And sure enough, here come this nice bull right up the bottom. And Curtis got him set up with Curtis's LR 1000 and his 300 rum. And you know, Jesse made an excellent shot. Perfect shot, right behind the shoulder. Good shooting, Jesse. He's going down. See the blood just pouring out of him?
Yeah. You want me to put another one in?
No.
Good shot, man.
I see he's about to go down.
He's just watching. There, I can see the blood just pouring on the ground. Here he goes.
Oh.
Dude, nice shooting, man.
Good shot, buddy.
All right. Perfect. Hey, good shooting, man. How far was that?
650.
650. One shot. I mean, just perfect. Right behind the shoulder through the boiler room. 50 right over. All right.
Perfect.
One down. I think he's actually 6 on one side. Didn't want to say it out loud, but
Sun's not up yet.
It's better to grow than shrink when you
Exactly. Exactly.
Gunwerks. That's the way to go, babe.
Worked good.
One shot. Probably in the best elk hunting place in the state. We're happy to be here, ain't we?
Now the work begins. He's hard.
Actually, let's lift him up. Good bull.
I think you're hitting where you're supposed to. Perfect. Nice.
Sweet.
He was a 6 on the one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Broke off the left side.
Yeah. Well, once we got Jesse's elk taken care of, we got back up on that same hillside where he shot from, and we got to glassing around, and sure enough, we spotted another group of elk in a different direction. So we made a little move, got out on this nice little flat bench, and Curtis picked out a bull he was, you know, liking over there on that far side. Nice little 6x6 bull.
He ain't taking that one anywhere.
That should have been right in the shoulder.
Right in the line between the neck and the shoulder.
There
Right in
he
that
goes.
dark light spot. Right there.
Nice. Just shy of
Thanks,
900
man.
yards. It looks like he might be a 6x6. I think there's actually a point on the one side. So we got two bulls down. We got Jesse's right here, and we got Curtis's right over there. Midday. Doing good, huh?
Yeah, nice day.
300,
Nice day.
300 ROM, LR1000. Curtis can have this thing wore out by the time the end of the year. All these animals he's shooting, so we're gonna have to get it back. I can tell already. But we'll get it wrapped up here, and we probably better start taking care of some elk.
Got some work to do.
Get them back to the house and
Yeah,
hanging, huh?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, and take on a little food for ourselves.
yeah, yeah.
Get ready for another day.
I think so. I think it's a good idea.
Good
All
deal.
right, well, let's get packed up.
Alrighty.
Well, a little bit of effort. We made it over here to Curtis's bull. He actually rode down the hill, I don't know, quite a ways. So he's gonna make it interesting for us to tear apart, but we'll get him all broke down. Good shot, Curtis.
Thank you.
We got a lot of work ahead of us. We got to get this one cut up, get it to load it on the horses, and then load up that other bull, Jesse's bull. So
Then up the hill.
and then up the hill. So we got some work cut out for us. Good job, Curtis.
Thanks, Jeremy.
You know, after Curtis's bull, it ended up being like 2 or 3 days. We were down to like the last day we were going to be there before I shot my bull, and I was just holding out. You know, I knew I had to fill the freezer, so I had to take something home. But with the amount of bulls on Curtis's place, I knew that wasn't going to be a problem. And sure enough, you know, that last evening we got one spotted, and you know, he ended up being quite a ways across a big canyon. But you know, with the 7 LRM in our new LR1000, you know, with the new action and stock, you know, it made it, you know, almost too easy to make that shot over there.
Dance jig.
Good shot.
Curtis, you let me know if he gets back up, but he ain't gonna. Yeah, 970 down to 950. We're you know, a little bit of angle to that, a little cooler conditions. You know, a little bit different than the turret. That BR2 rangefinder makes it so simple that that anybody can do it. It just gives you a good range, and you saw it right there. I mean, one shot drilled him right behind the shoulder there. He should be piling up right there. So we're gonna watch him for a little bit, make sure he goes down, and then we'll go see him. Thanks again, Curtis.
Thank you. Good shot. That was cool.
Last day, almost dark. Gonna be a late one, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of elk going every direction.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Nice little 5x5. Whew. That's one bad thing about shooting them long. You gotta hike over here. Thanks again, Curtis.
You're welcome. That was a good hunt.
Yeah, we put some miles on the horses, the buggies, our feet. We had, oh, I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of elk that we've seen. We were just kind of being picky, holding out for 5 or better, so we got her done. Oh,
all
now the work
worked out.
begins.
Now I'll load him on your back and you take him.
Yeah.